Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. This is Abdi Muhammad Nur, your teacher of math stroke chemistry, who is actually going to check for you today chemistry of Form 3. Remember, we are moving in a chronological manner so that you understand the concept of chemistry of Form 3. Likewise, in Form 2, we'll also move in a chronological manner until the end of the book so that you also understand things. Okay? Perfectly. Today's class will be basically the molecular formula. In our previous class or in our previous video, we have discussed about the empirical formula where we have seen several examples. Okay. Basically, today we are going to get what we normally call the molecular formula of a certain compound. Okay. For your information, remember we are done with the empirical formula, and today we are going to see also the molecular formula. Then after that, we have what we normally call the combined equations of the empirical formula and the molecular formula, of which we will also see them within this video. Guys, let's go and enjoy. Okay, let's go. So let's now see the first example here. But before we go to the examples, we must know that we must define what a molecular formula is. Okay. It shows the actual number of each kind of atoms present in a molecule of the compound. 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 So this is what the molecular formula shows. It shows the actual number of each kind of atoms present in a molecule of the compound, for your information. Okay, remember the empirical formula and the empirical formula and the molecular formula have got some relationship. So we can say mass of, we can also say, look here. You can also say mass of empirical formula in the bracket multiplied by n is equal to mass of molecular formula. Okay, where n is a whole number. Don't forget, n is always a whole number. Okay, don't forget that. So we can say the molecular formula is a multiple of what? Of empirical formula from this equation. Okay, you see now, we say the mass of empirical formula is equal to, because you have equation here, mass of empirical formula in bracket n is equal to mass of molecular formula. That means, okay, where n, remember, is a whole number. That means mass of the molecular formula is a multiple of what? Over mass of the empirical formula, which means a certain number multiplied by the empirical formula will give you what? The molecular formula. Just understand that. It's a matter of understanding. Very, very easy, by the way. So with that knowledge, then we will go and see the first example for your information. Let's see now the first example. We have example 1. You are told a hydrocarbon was found to contain 92.3% carbon, and the remaining is hydrogen. The remaining is what? Is hydrogen. Period. The remaining is what? 100 less this. Okay, don't forget that. Okay? You are told if its molecular mass, if it is molecular mass, if its molecular mass 78, comma, determine its molecular formula. Determine its molecular formula. Period. They will give you information. Look here. In the bracket, you have C is equal to 12. You have also what? Hydrogen. H is equal to 1. Okay? So just understand, for you to get the molecular formula, you must get the empirical formula first. Because you see there, the empirical mass of the empirical formula multiplied by a certain number will give you what? Will give you what? The molecular formula. Don't forget that. So that's why we're saying the molecular formula is always a multiple of what? Of the empirical formula. Then, from the concept of our previous class, which was empirical concept, we are going to calculate the empirical formula. Then multiplied by n will give us what? The molecular formula, okay? The molecular mass, sorry, will be equated to molecular mass. And from there, you're going to get the value of n, okay? So we're going to say, coming to the solution part, look here. This is the solution part. So we have the elements. We have what? We have carbon and hydrogen, C and H. So we have what? Their percentage composition. We have the percentage composition, is it? We have percentage composition. Okay, they said what? Hydrocarbon was found to contain 92.3%. Okay, carbon. So carbon is 92.3. Okay, the remaining is what you're going to do is we will have our calculator. When you're learning math and chemistry, don't forget you must have what? Your calculator. It will help you. It will ease the burden for you. So you're gonna say 100 less what? 92.3. That will give me 7.7. 7.7. Then what else do I have? Okay? So I can get mass of this one. Yes. Mass of carbon is what? 12. Don't forget that. Carbon is 12. While hydrogen is what? 1. So I will get moles. Moles is what? 92.3 divided by 12. And 7.7 divided by 1. Obviously this will be 7.1. 7.7, sorry. So you're going to say 92.3 divided by 12. That is 7.6, yeah? 9. So obviously this is 7.69. Okay? 2. So this seems to be smaller than that one. So divided by 7.692 divided by 7.692. So we're going to get 1. Let me also divide that one. 7.7 divided by our final answer. It will be 1 also. This will also be 1. So we can say therefore, comma, the empirical formula of which you have learned just in our previous video, the empirical formula is CH. We are going to multiply 1 by C, 1 by H. Then that is the answer. This is the empirical formula. But remember, you are told, look here, if it's molecular mass, so we know that the empirical formula multiplied by N will give us what? The molecular mass. So we're going to say CH in bracket N is equal to 78. We will equate to the molecular mass. The empirical formula multiplied by a certain number will give us what? The molecular mass. So we are going to equate empirical formula into N is equal to what? The molecular mass. So remember, this is 12 plus 1 into N is equal to 78. So we are going to get 13 into N is equal to 78. Now what you do, you want to get over 13 here, over 13, cancel. So our N, therefore, come here, our N is equal to 78 divided by 13 is what? Is 6, obviously. That is 6. Okay, the molecular formula, say like this, the molecular formula is, look here, you're going to say CH in bracket 6, which is equal to C6 H6, okay? C6 H6, and that is the final answer. That is the final answer for your information, guys. Okay, after getting n, take this one. Okay, CH times 6 in bracket 6. So that will give us C6H6, and that will be the final answer for your information. Then, without wasting time, we will proceed to our example 2. Then, for example 2, we are going to get a KCSE question for your information. So now let's proceed to example 2, guys. Let's proceed to example 2. Let us proceed to example 2. Okay, that's how you're going to do that kind of question. So we are saying the molecular formula is always a multiple of what? The empirical formula. So when you get the empirical formula, then you will multiply by n, then equal to molecular mass to get the molecular formula for your information. Okay, guys, this is very easy. Now let's see what example 2. Let us see example 2. So you are told a compound of carbon. This is example 2. You are told a compound of carbon, comma, hydrogen and oxygen. And oxygen contains 54.55% carbon, comma, 9.09% hydrogen, comma, and that 6.6% oxygen. Period. Okay, you are told if the relative molecular mass, if it is relative molecular mass, if its relative molecular mass is 88, comma, you are told what is the molecular formula? What is the molecular formula? Question mark. Remember, you're told in the bracket C is equal to 12, O is equal to 16, H is equal to 1 in the bracket. So this time we have elements, the three of them. What you know is solution to this problem. Okay? Don't worry, we'll proceed to that space. So you can write elements. Our elements are what? We'll start with carbon, then hydrogen, then we have what? Oxygen. There are three elements, remember. So do we have their percentage composition? Yes, we have percentage composition. Carbon is what? 54.55. Hydrogen is what? That's 6.6, okay? No, hydrogen is 9.09. 9.09. Then we have our oxygen as that 6.6. So now we know that the relative atomic mass of these three, carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1, oxygen is what? 16. Okay? Oxygen is actually 16. Don't forget that oxygen is what? 16, because they are changing by it. Now let's get moles. Moles here, don't forget, our moles should be 54.55 divided by 12, 9.09 divided by 1, that's 6.6 divided by 16. So what are we going to get? Okay, we're going to get what? 54.55 divided by 12. So that will give me 4.545. 4.5. Then let's say 5. Okay. This one 9.09. This one that's 6.6 divided by 16. 2.28. 2.2875. So the smallest one among these is what? Is this one. Then you're going to say mole ratios. Mole ratios. Remember this carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Don't forget that. The mole ratios here will be, you're going to divide the smallest one here. You're going to say what? 2.2875 here. Here 2.2875. Okay. We'll also have here 2.2875. We know this one, you're going to get what? 1. 1 oxygen, 1. So that's the mole ratio. Okay, write it here. 1. Then let me get for us hydrogen. Hydrogen is 9.09 divided by 2.2875. So that is 3.9. 3.9, which is roughly 4. 3.97. Then this one, let me get the first one. 4.55 divided by 2.2875. That's 1.98. 1.98. So we round off. So this will be obviously 2, this one 4, and this one 1. So therefore we're going to say, let's get the empirical formula first. Therefore, comma, the empirical formula is C2H4O, because you are multiplying this one by this one. So 2 times C2, H times 4, H4, O, which is oxygen, multiplied by 1 is O. But don't forget, but, say like this, but C2H4O into N is equal to, come back to the question, the relative molecular mass, which is 88. So we can say 12 times 2, because carbon is 12, plus 1 times 4, which is hydrogen. Look at that point. Plus 16 into N is equal to 88. So this 24 plus 4, 24 plus 4, 28. 28 plus 16, 44. 44 into N is equal to 88. Divide by 44 both sides. Divide both sides by 44, cancel. So N is equal to 2. Therefore, look up, come to this point. The molecular formula is C2H4O into 2 multiplied by 2, which is equal to C4H8O2. Okay, and that is the final answer for your information, guys. That will be the final answer for your information. So can't you see now that the molecular formula is a multiple of what? Is a multiple of the empirical formula. So now, in our example 2, we are going to see a question in KCSE. We will write question from my familiar past KCSE question of chemistry concerning about the molecular formula, okay? And this will be the question for your information, guys. Let's go and see this one. Okay? Let's go and see KCSE question that will actually help us, okay? Look at this question. It's very, very important, by the way, because it's combining the two, okay? That will be our example 3. I apologize. Okay? Let's go. Let's go and see example 3, guys. Let's go and see example 3. So actually, this is what we are having. This is what we are having. Let's see now example 3. So to understand better. A KCAC question. This is our example 3. You're told analysis of a compound. Analysis of a compound. Analysis of a compound. Show that it had the following compositions. It had the following compositions. Okay, it had the following composition. Okay, so we have these are the compositions, yeah. Then you're told, look here, 69.42% carbon, comma. Then we have 4.13% hydrogen, and the rest oxygen, and the rest oxygen. Period. Question A. Determine the empirical formula of the compound. Period. Remember, they gave us what? C is equal to 12, H is equal to 1, O is equal to 16. Then close the bracket. That question is carrying what? Question A is carrying 2 marks. Then question B are told, if the mass of 1 mole of the combo, of the compound is 242, comma, determine its molecular formula. Determine it is molecular formula. Period. So coming to the solution part. So we know that the elements we are having are what? Our elements are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay? We have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, those are the elements. So we are told 69% of composition. 69.42 is for carbon. 4.13 is for hydrogen. Okay, how can you get the percentage of what? The percentage of what? Oxygen. So we are going to say 100 minus the addition of those two. So we're going to say 100 minus, open the bracket, 69.43 plus 4.13. Close the bracket. So that will give me 26.44. 26.44. 26.44. Okay. So remember, we can write here 69.42, 4.13 to avoid confusion. Then we know that RAM of each other 12, 1, 16. Then let's get our moles. Moles is what? 69.42 divided by 12, 4.13 divided by 1, 26.44 divided by 16. So let's get that. 69.42 divided by 12. So that is 5.78. 5.785. Okay? This is 5.785. Okay? Then this is 4.13, and that one 26.44 divided by 16. 1.653. So the smallest among these is what? Is, now let's get mole ratios. Mole ratio. It's dividing among these three. I think 1.653 is the smallest. So we divide throughout that number. So it will be 1.653, 1.653, 1.653. So here obviously you're going to get 1. So we're going to say 4.13 divided by our last answer. This is 2.49. Okay, 2.49. Okay, then this one we will have 5.785 divided by what? 1.653, 1.653. So that is 3.45, 3.49. Okay, so we cannot run off. So we're going to say 3, 2, 1. That's what you're going to say. This is 3, don't forget. So we are going to say therefore, comma, the empirical formula is C3, sorry, H2O. But remember we said that C3H2O into N is equal to 200 and what? Go back to the question. 200 and what? So this is the empirical formula. 200 and what? We have here now there 242. So you're going to say 242. So this will be 12 times 3, that's 6, plus 2, 1 times 2, plus 16. Okay? Into what? Into N is equal to 242. Sorry, this is 42. Don't forget, this is 242. So this will be 3854. 54. So this is 54 into N. 54 into N. That will give us how much? Okay, that will give us how much? Let's actually clear. Okay. So if this we check as 3.15, so it will be how much? Just a minute, let me do this. If this is the need of correction. 242 divided by 54. That will give us how much? 4.4. So from here, I think we're going to say 3.5 and 2.5. So this will be 7, and that will be 5. Okay, that will be 5. So 74 or 84. Just a minute. I want to do some corrections. Plus this is 5, yeah. 5 plus 32. So it will be how much? So this will give me 89 plus 32. So this is 1. Okay, 121. Okay. So at this point, sorry, I apologize. At this point, let me go back to this point here, where we have gotten for information, where we had actually this one. So we can say this one you can write as 3.5, this one 2.5, and this one 1. So what you do, if we have 0.5, remember in our previous class we said you can do times 2 here, times 2, times 2. So this will give us 7, 5, 2. So we're going to say therefore the empirical formula is C7 H5O2. Okay? O2. So what are we going to say now? What are you going to say? This is what you will be doing. But remember, but you say the but, inform them, but C7 H5O2 into N is equal to 242. Remember, C is 12. 12 times 7 is what? 84. Plus H is 1 times 5 is 5. Plus 16 times 2, 32. Into N is equal to 242. 242. So come to this point so you understand better, huh? Because you are lacking space there. Come to this point here. Look at this point here. Just understand here. So here we are going to say add. This is 89 plus this one. 89 plus that's 89, yes, plus 121, yeah. That's 121. Look here. Into n is equal to 242. So n therefore is equal to 242 divided by 121. N is equal to 2. N is what? N is 2. Therefore, we are going to say the molecular formula. Therefore, comma, the molecular formula. The molecular formula is take that one. C7H5O2 multiplied by 2, which is equal to C14H10O4, and this is the final answer. So guys, get this point here. The moment you have this one, you can say 0.5 here, 3.5, 2.5. Then we say that in our empirical formula of our previous class, we say that if we have 0.5, we multiply by 2 throughout, yeah? That's why we are multiplying this one by 2, so we'll have 2. This one 2.5 times 2, 5. 3.5 times 2 is what? 7. And that is where we had a slight error. Sorry, I really apologize. Okay, that's the end of the molecular formula, guys. Make sure you subscribe and share with your friends and family members who are stranded at their specific locality due to the spread of this pandemic disease called COVID-19. Otherwise, I wish you the best.